Hello. This should be very obvious, but you have to do this. So, the views and opinions expressed by us, the hosts of this podcast, I guess, do not state or reflect those of any institutions, companies, corporations, shops, cryptocurrencies, brands of anything at all. So yeah, we just want to have fun, and I hope you guys also have fun listening.
one of my friends, one of my friends' nephew or like niece pala, found our podcast in a podcast website. So like, oh shit.
What?
Yeah.
Can,
I
can
forgot which
you?
one. I think it was FM pod. I don't know. But she saw it not because of Facebook or like, but she just saw it lang agad. Like, oh yeah.
We'll see.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
god.
Oh.
It's 2 episodes in. 2 episodes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. See, we're reaching people. Don't worry.
Yeah. And like at the end of the day, it's really about just doing it for ourselves. You
Yeah.
know.
That's just the spoils of our hard
Yeah.
work.
Like it's just a cherry on top.
Exactly. The thing that nobody eats.
Mangipin ng batas. Oh my god, I just want to say that all day. It's so funny.
May ngipin ang batas. Oh my. That's a pretty good slogan. Not gonna lie.
Diba? Mangipin ng batas.
Yeah. Okay.
Mangipin ng batas. Okay.
Well, yeah, guys. This is our third episode for Cats and Clouds. And who would have thought na we're in our third episode, no?
Yeah. Well, full disclosure. My mom is very supportive. She loves everything that I do.
Oh, really?
Everything that I do. I mean, of course, she's still a parent. But, with the things that I pursue, she's very supportive. So with that context, my mom was like, nakaabot kayo ng third episode.
Really? Oh, so dun pa
Nasa-
galing. Dun pa
Yeah,
galing yun. You're so hyped up
yeah.
about the third episode. I was like, what? Third episode pa lang tayo. It's like, oh, this is like, ano lang, konting episodes lang. Oh, so that's where it came from. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, my mom supports us, like she listens, but also, I'm her child, so it's like part of it. Just
You know,
it's just weird though, like
I don't
listening
think
to your child,
your child.
listening to
mean,
your child's podcast.
Wait,
I guess.
does she listen? Does she listen with you ba? Like, oh, she says, oh, what does she call you?
Oh, I don't want to publicize that.
Oh,
'cause
okay,
that's like
okay,
a
okay.
special nickname.
Oh, okay, never mind. Was she like, oh, Ixie, I'm listening to your podcast. Oh, damn.
The first one, yeah, she did. Like we were in the same room, but nowadays I don't know if she even listened to the second one. But like,
I mean, that's okay.
cool.
It's not for you, mom. I mean, for me, I mentioned it to my parents, like, oh, I have a
Yeah.
podcast, or like I shared it, but I didn't like, oh, this is my podcast. It's called Cats and Clouds.
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah.
I mean, like, okay, but
It's
yeah,
just for them to be aware of it.
yeah, it's not like, uy, ano nang ginagawa mo sa buhay mo? Ano yan? Ano yung episode mo? Tapos nagdoon ako kumakalat, no? Well, at least they're aware,
True.
kinda. I think. Well, we'll see.
Hindi po kami nagsispread ng fake news and propaganda dito.
Yeah.
Peace.
These are all credible information about our lives. There's not-
Our lives
our
personally.
lives,
yeah.
exactly. Wala ka nang ihanap ng mas credible pa kung di galing sa amin. Kasi, boy, that's so...
We're the ones who live this life.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, welcome to the third episode. Welcome to Cats and Clouds, where we tackle everything under the clouds.
And in the litter box we call Earth.
I'm Sky.
I'm Ixie. And if you want to know more about our podcast and listen to our banter, our rants, our opinions, and everything under the clouds, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at catsandclouds.podcast and subscribe and follow us on YouTube and now recently Spotify at cats_clouds. Cats_clouds.
Ampersand sign is the G thing. That's the end thing.
Yeah, the end thing.
Yeah, because I didn't know that when she said it the first time. I was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh,
At least
yeah.
yeah.
I just
New
call it the end
information.
sign. Yeah, new information. I just call it the end sign.
Yeah.
So, Exie,
That's called the ampersand.
how do you spell it? Ampersand?
Yeah,
Like
the way you pronounce
balas?
it.
Oh. Oh, okay.
amber, and then sand,
Okay.
like buhangin. So cool, you know? Learning new things. Wow. This podcast, wow.
Educational. Yeah. So, Ixie, how was parang di tayo well, guys, we just meet like sometimes in a week lang because like
Yeah, cause yeah.
we have other
Sawa na
friends.
kami sa isa't isa, ganon. Joke lang.
Kasi di ba pag nagkikipag ano ka, like, bonding or like Discord,
Yeah.
what do you call it, channel with your friends, it's like it's not straight talking for hours and end per hours. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
we talk, so we basically know everything, not really everything, but we know as much as my friends know about each other when we're talking in
Yeah.
one episode pa lang. I mean, I think you know
Yeah.
more about me than my friends actually, because I'm not really an opening type of like kwento type of person.
See, if you guys want to make friends, just ask them to have a podcast with you or something. But
It's a
actually, I think, yeah. Personally, kasi I'm the kind of person that likes low maintenance friendships. So I, I
perfect.
I don't know. Not naman na parang I track every interaction with friends, but I try to limit it to once a week para hindi ako nagsasawa sa kanila. Cause like, if you talk to them every single day, I feel like, alam mo yun, it's just not as fun. And if you say everything na, parang there's no room for you to even accumulate the cuentos and make it interesting. How about you, Sky? What kind of friendships?
Well, yeah, I think low maintenance friendships are like the cream of the crop. Oh yeah, that's a wrong saying. What? It's stop good. It's good shit. But yeah, I think while my friends
God
called
tier.
me, while my friends called it la, I have like a social introvert. Well, I've accepted now. I'm kind of an introvert, but like it's parang kasi basically a social introvert is like when you go through like social activities, when you go talk with your friends, it's like every time you go to those activities or like meets up, your social energy
Mm-hmm.
goes lower and lower. So during the day, like for example, when you wake up, you have 100 social energy or whatever you call it. After you meet your friend for an hour, it goes down to 80 and stuff like that. So every time I meet with somebody, my social energy goes down. Pero most of my friends, I personally think of me as like a bubbly, fun type of shouting person when we meet. So I guess when that
Mm-hmm.
happens, my social energy is like 100. So I guess like I still may seem like an extrovert, but no, not really. I refer to myself as an introvert more. I'm leaning towards an introvert more often.
Oh yeah. But I still remember that one time in Sipar. What's that Sipar
Sipar,
class?
yeah. What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it?
Because for context, Sipar is like contemporary Philippine arts, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. That's one of
What's
our
the R?
subjects.
What's R? Is it religion?
I think regional.
Region.
Tama ba?
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. But yeah, we don't remember senior high school anymore. But basta, it's CPAR. And diba, Sky and I are classmates. And we had to introduce ourselves creatively. And then, I
Oh
think Sky was the
no,
last
Exy,
one to
no.
was to present. And
No,
then,
because our prof forgot about me, and I was like, "Oh, I prepared for this." Why? Our prof was like, "Oh, sino pa ba ang wala?" So ako po, sir. Even though I could have avoided that, I thought myself, "Oh, sayang naman yung prepare ko, di ba? See, what I prepared was really good." No, okay,
oh
go
yeah,
on,
I thought it
continue.
was so good.
Really? I thought it was cringe.
Yeah.
Okay, just continue. Just continue.
Okay. So, what Sky did? Actually, we were so confused at first. Because um at that time, Sky screen, he wasn't in the frame actually. And then I think he started to play music, if I'm not mistaken. But the joke was he was John Cena. That's why he couldn't be seen.
Yeah, because
And that was so creative.
the prof was like, "Oh, show me." I was like, "Oh, your name, where you live, and something like age or something." And then a celebrity you look like the most or something, a celebrity look alike. So I was like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know any celebrity that looks like me. So, oh, I could be John Cena because you can't see me or something. I really thought it was cringe, but for the jokes, I still did it.
I found it interesting. Because like it was it delineated from the usual creative introduction. Like everybody's introduction was so cute. And ours was like mean girls type. Na parang
Oh
nakikipagchikahan
yeah,
kami
you had a
about each
video
other.
you had a video for right
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah. Courtesy to our group. We love my group. But yeah, I guess that's how we that's how I thought, okay, Sky is probably a good friend. So I
Oh
like.
wow, thank you. So what do you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
now?
yeah,
Am I
yeah.
still a good friend?
For legal reasons, I do not want to comment. Next
Oh,
question, please.
okay. Okay, thank you. I see. Now I understand. Don't worry, it's okay. I continuously get knowledge on how you think about me. I don't care. You may think of me as like a sociopath. I don't mind. Seems very interesting. Me as a sociopath.
You know what I think of you? Like honestly.
Okay, go on. You've never told me pa. Go ahead.
No, you know. Cishet male.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I am a cishet now. I call it cishet. Is that right? All right, is it cishet?
Well, to be fair, cishet, CISHET for our listeners, it means cisgender and heterosexual, which
Yeah,
just means straight. So,
yeah,
you know.
straight as a pickle. Huh? Is that the right? I butcher all sayings, a quote or something. But yeah, I think the reason why you call me a you like call me a cishet male. Even I think I am a cishet. I am a very straight person, straight guy. Is because when we talk, when you ask about what I did the past week, I only say, oh, I hate myself for this. Oh yeah, I watched the NBA game. Oh yeah, I studied about stocks and crypto. Oh yeah, I did music. So like, oh, I am that person. So slowly, XC made me realize I mean, it's not really
It's
a
not
bad
inherently
thing.
bad.
Yeah, it's not inherently bad, but social media,
Well,
how they view it.
yeah. I think the connotation that's affixed to it, because there are a lot of problematic cishet people, but being problematic spans across the spectrum. But the thing is, the fact that there is a large number of people involved in these kinds of things, it kind of sometimes justifies the generalization. But for this, you know, I don't mean it in a derogatory way.
That's how.
That
That's how.
Sky
That's how.
is a cishet male. He
I
just
don't.
fits the stereotype. I don't mean it in a derogatory way.
I don't.
He's
I
not
don't. I don't find it insulting in any way. Uh, yeah. That's how.
deserve.
That's how stereotypes came to life, guys. That's how stereotypes come to life.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway,
don't put people in stereotypes. Like
yeah, it's so
if
bad.
you see a person, because like I think everybody's so complex. But there are just people that are really, really problematic. People you want to punch in the face. Like
There's a lot of people that came to mind immediately. A lot of
for
people.
legal reasons, we're not gonna mention any of them. Thank you.
No, I could mention them. I want to mention them. No, they're like okay for like ano. I was like election season is coming up. We
Deserve.
we have a lot of candidates that are bullshit. It's like crap.
Yeah.
Like oh my god. Um, actually, you help you go on with this topic. I'm not. I don't think I'm that. Ano pa. I'll just like push some opinions of mine, some credible opinions that I can confidently say.
See, so this is like our dynamic. When he talks about crypto, I let him, you know, take
Take
the
the
wheel.
lead, yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's
But
politics, exceeds the profession, the expert
no,
here.
no, no, not an expert, by the
I'm
way.
sorry. Yeah,
I think
relative expert in this situation because
I'd
I
say
yeah
knowledgeable,
knowledgeable. Yeah, okay, that's the right word.
or at least obsessive. That's it.
Yeah, because Lenny finally wait did she file for candidacy na? Or did she like announce lang?
As far as I know, she'll file for candidacy for today, but she already announced it publicly, so I'm sure
Yeah,
she's going to
yay.
file. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
another candidate, yeah? What you were saying?
another candidate, which is this.
Another candidate that I'm fully supporting
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've supported since like 2019
The
is
slogan I love.
Shell Jokno.
Ano
Shell
yung, ano
Jokno.
yung slogan yung
Shell Jokno.
may ngipin ang...
May ngipin ang batas.
Yeah,
May
so
ngipin ang batas.
it kind of doesn't make sense, but when you put shell in there, it makes sense a whole lot. Like,
Oh, but
because...
it does. Like
Oh,
even without
really?
shell,
Oh,
really. I feel
really?
like if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a Filipino metaphor even before shell jokno.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Like whenever you hear wala namang ngipin ng batas, it's like the law doesn't have any traction or the law isn't strong enough to bite. The
Oh,
law isn't strong enough
shit.
to punish. Hey, I'm not credible about it, but that's what I know.
No,
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it makes sense na parang it's like a what do you call this, a Filipino saying,
Yeah, yeah.
or like yeah, basically a Filipino metaphor. But damn, okay. I'll search it up
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, for everything, research about what they say. Like even if you trust the person, still research about it, you know.
You know what
That's
I don't
cool.
you know what I don't understand?
What?
I mean, I fuck that. Basically, I don't understand like Bongbong Marcos supporters or like Pacquiao supporters. Kasi
Mhm.
without even deep research,
Mhm.
objectively, okay, let's say na you don't know of Bongbong Marcos, you don't know of anything. Would you
Mhm.
let a dictator's son lead a
Mhm.
country again that left a lot of
Mhm.
debt? Objectively, would you let Hitler's son lead? Would you let
Mhm.
Stalin's son lead? Diba? Parang no, right? Objectively.
Well, the thing is, and this is important, and this is what I've learned in like I don't know seminars, webinars. I understand the need to like vilify voters and say, ang bobo naman ito or bobotante. But
Yeah.
then we have to understand their context. Like most of these people um do not have the resources to validate. Like
Yeah, yeah.
we're not talking about people on the upper echelons of the society that directly benefit from these politicians. But when we look at like the general majority that support them, they're not the kinds of people that have time or the resources to research. And when you look at even their, religious leanings, they tend to look at, Pacquiao as somebody that can champion their beliefs, even if technically Pacquiao, in my opinion, doesn't practice the very tenets of religion or like Catholicism.
Yeah.
No, he's not Catholic, but like religion
Oh,
in
he's not.
general.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because remember, Mommy Janisha was like so sad because he converted to another religion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before diba he had a rosary whenever he fought.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I understand.
But Christianity, it's basically rooted in like loving your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the Bobotante argument, it's just as much as I want to vilify them, because I did before knowing about this,
Yeah.
it's important to know their context. Na, yun nga, unlike most of us, we have the time and we have the resources and we have like an environment that's making it giving us an incentive to go against these people, like not vote for them. But these people don't. And I guess
Hmm.
this comes to the point na if you really want them to not vote for these corrupt politicians, we have to talk to them and be open. Because we have to realize na, okay, Sky, kunwari ikaw, Marcos, apologist ka.
Yeah.
Pag sinabihan kitang bobo, tapos sinabi ko sa'yo,
I'll just go
vote for,
hostile.
Lenny. 'Di ba?
It's just
Kasi,
hostility.
yeah, you can fight fire with fire. Kasi, you become alienating eh. Yung mentality is like, sinabihan mo akong bobo eh. Ba't ako maniniwala sa'yo? Sinabihan mo akong bobo. Meaning, you think that you're smarter than me. Or you think that you're better than me.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be the case. Because if we really want to have a society that votes wisely, we have to empower every single voter and know that their vote has like power into it. And that power transcends into like voting for somebody that is actually competent. And we have to clarify what that competence looks like. So yeah, that was my rant, sorry.
No, but actually, no, that's actually what Exie said is really true. Because like a lot of what I see on social media nowadays are like, those typical Facebook trolls. But if you look at the bigger picture, aside from those trolls, there are real people that are very,
Mm-hmm.
very expressive of their opinions. And sometimes it's not all the time those expressive opinions tend to become hostile to the opposition and to your
Yeah.
sovereign. And I don't know, logically speaking, you can't really like let open someone's eyes by like cussing at them or like
Mm-mm.
punching them or like doing all those bad stuff to them. You're just becoming
Mm-hmm.
what you didn't want to support,
Mm-hmm.
because we're all in this to have a very fair and democratic country, not
Mm-hmm.
yeah, basically that's how democratic processes work. You should respect each other's opinions and respectfully also try to lean them towards why you want to vote for a certain person, not to like shout at them and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still valid for people to get mad because it's really disgusting how they defend human rights. But if we really, really want to unify our bloc and let these deserving people win, speak with compassion, even if when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because that's
Yeah.
when it matters. But ayun, may ngipin ng batas.
Yung pinambatasan, sobra.
See?
naging naging rant na to ng ano no, the soon to come election
The
season.
serve.
A
Yeah.
lot of people a lot of senators, a lot of politicians will start fixing the roads that doesn't need to be fixed. We
Yeah,
just
the
have to
serve.
open our eyes and know that that's bullshit. We won't get fooled by that.
Yeah. We need like sustainable development. Also, I just want to share like if you even if you don't like or even if you don't support Shell Jochna and Lenny Robredo, um first off, I don't agree with the reasoning as to why they don't support them. But I think people should agree that it's super admirable that they get to turn personal attacks, blows, and hits against them into something that's better and something that's meaningful. For example, Lenny, she used to be called Lenny Lugaw by
Yeah, yeah.
trolls. But then she turned that into a feeding program. So now Lenny Lugaw isn't an insult. Lenny Lugaw is something that helps people on the like people on the ground. And when you look at Shell Jokno, until now,
Yeah.
when he speaks about something relevant or um something that's important to society, like social issues, people still look at him and think that man's teeth are bad.
Are
Parang the
pretty
first thing
big.
the first thing they notice are his teeth and not his stance. So now his campaign slogan is "Mangipin ang batas," and that's so cool, right?
Yeah, cause like if the trolls use the same thing, the same script they use all the time, it's basically supporting him because like it's his I don't know campaign or something,
Yeah,
turning the tides against
ngipin.
them. Exactly. That you can already see now. Because with our current administration, every time you throw criticism at them, may it be our president or our spokesperson, is that what the spokes dude, you know?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
spokesperson.
Roque, he shouts at press conference. He like does he cuss? I think he cusses at people too. Like
Probably
basta
in
he says a
private.
bobo. Probably I'm pretty sure. But yeah, every criticism they receive, they just throw oil at it or gas, and it just
Yeah.
like burns up widely, and it's not a good strategy in any, kahit sa mga student council pa yan, you don't really shout
You
at
don't
your
do
teacher.
that.
You don't shout at your advisor because they told you that, oh, you shouldn't do this and stuff like that. You learn from it.
Big butt hurt energy. On
Big
butt
butt
hurt.
hurt. But yeah, I'm really excited to have Len. Hopefully, if Lenny wins, I think she's like,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have to pick a lesser evil anymore.
Mm-hmm. The serve. God, how many months are we in quarantine, or years even? How many years?
Coming into 2 years na this coming March.
Are you happy with that,
I
Sky?
am not
What?
happy. I really want to like go out now. It's like this past year, because it's 6 months na lang and 2 years na tayo. This past year and a half has been like so long. I think I've lived this life for like a decade now. I don't know
Mhm.
how to say that I've lived for almost 2 decades pa lang in this world, but it feels like that because
Yeah.
it's the same thing over and over again. There's really no difference. I wake up looking at the same walls. I wake up not eating the same stuff. That'd be so boring. But yeah, it's like a loop. It's like
Mm-mm.
Doctor Strange versus Dormammu. If you know that dude, have you
I don't
seen
understand the
have you seen
reference. I'm
the?
so
It's a
sorry.
Marvel reference.
I
But
know
yeah,
Doctor Strange, but
wait,
I
I
don't
think
know the other dude.
it's a wrong enemy. Dormammu. Yeah, Dormammu. Yeah, that's him. It's a main villain. Main
Mm-hmm.
ba? It was the main villain in the Doctor Strange movie. But yeah, how's the past year and a half been for you?
Well, to be honest, it's just, I'm very grateful that we still get to go to school. Well, not go to school, but like have classes, like get to school. But still, you
Yeah, the
know,
essence.
yeah. But it's just demotivating, honestly. And this is why I was so ecstatic. Honestly, we had to take the intro like twice because I was just so giddy. Um,
She's so excited,
I
guys, about
yeah.
our third episode.
And also like Lenny's candidacy
Yeah, I
because
understand that.
during the pandemic it's just been very demotivating, like waking up to bad news every single day. And I'm obsessed with news podcasts like the
Mm,
Daily, The Economist,
yeah.
and a lot of the content is just bad news every day. And just waking up to being under the the Duterte administration, it's just, what is it all for? You just
It's
start
so
to think,
depressing. It's so
yeah.
depressing.
and and then you have to go to online class. And again, I'm so grateful that we still get to go to class, but honestly it's
Yeah.
just so difficult. Like, even if my course is something that can be taught online to an extent because it doesn't require labs,
Yeah.
it's still super hard. And the added mental burden of bad leadership just occupies my mind. But I think the silver lining of my whole pandemic are my orgs, because even in an online setup we got to have meetings, have somewhat reunions, Christmas party, um farewell, and I even got to like debate online, which was depressing, by the way, because then it's like you're arguing with your computer screen. But
Isn't it
yeah,
like
that's that. Hmm?
more isn't debating online a bit, I don't know, I haven't debated yet, but isn't that a bit more, what do you call this? Less stressful, less pressure?
Well, there are other factors kasi. Well, one plus side is that you don't necessarily see your enemies, and they don't get to put their maldita face and like
Yeah.
to spite you or to
Yeah.
shock you or something. But then there are other factors, like imagine during your speech you get cut off, like you get disconnected, you have bad Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's so stressful
Oh,
because
okay.
you only get like 5 minutes or even just 3 minutes to reconnect, and then you're out of the game. So like that's
Uh,
also a big problem.
It'll like disrupt your flow or something.
Yeah. And it's kind of nakakahiya kasi you're extending the tournament And then you have to debate for like 3 rounds a day, which is super
Oh,
taxing. Imagine 1 hour of
what's
just,
around? How long is around?
almost an hour.
Almost an hour.
Yeah.
Ah,
So you have to speak for 7 minutes if it's Brit bar. And then you have to like listen to the whole round. So that's 1 hour of like pure mental
mental
activity.
exercise.
Yeah, mental
Mental
exercise.
burpees. Mental
Mental burpees.
a mental
That's why I
marathon or
quit.
something. Hey,
Well, not necessarily quit.
from what
I
I've
finished.
seen, sa mga post ng Lasal Debate League, LSDL.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, I tried auditioning for LSDL, but I wasn't debate material. No,
Not yet.
not I don't know. This past year I had no, I wanted to join it like before pa. Like LSDL was one of the orgs na during face to face PX. I don't know if you know this. During face to face, I wanted to join LSDL too. But I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, maybe I can't. And then I auditioned this pandemic. I said, oh, I didn't get in. So, we'll see.
Well, to be fair, I think recruitment for seniors is just um stricter. Like there's only one senior that we accepted for the second phase,
Oh yeah,
which was
I heard
Mezen.
about that. Oh, Mez, ano pala si Mez? Like
Yeah,
senior ano
yeah.
siya? Oh damn.
Hi
Okay.
Mezen, shout out.
Hi Mez.
Such an amazing debater now. He's in LaSalle Debate Society. So cool.
Yeah. He's the only person I see. I think he's the only person I see kasi yun lang yung friend ko nagde-debate in college. But I
Yeah.
always see his posts na, oh, what they call this, Mezen Carlos. Well, I don't know the names, the title. Finalist, the
Yeah, that
open
one.
seventh or something. Break. I
Yeah.
remember break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Break
good.
means like, oh yeah. Oh my god. I don't want to talk about debate.
No,
You can go to other podcasts. Like I can recommend you debate podcasts, like the ones I listened to when I was still competing. But yeah, during like face to face debate, we get to go to other schools. Like we debated in Ateneo for Idea Light and Ateneo again for PSDC 2020. And that was the time when Taal broke out. Taal, what the
at
fuck?
Taal,
But yeah,
when Taal erupted.
Taal erupted. Yeah. So we were, at least that was the awarding na. But yeah, and we even went to UPLB also to compete. So that's part. So walang field trip sa senior high school, pero sa debate meron.
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 Speaking of orgs, the org I've been in grade 11 is even now, grade 11 till now in college, is
Nice.
LSYC. So yeah, guys, if you're like going to grade 11 and you're going to the LSU for senior high, join LSYC and debate league if you know it if it fits your personality or something, or it fits your interests.
Deserve.
Yeah, because in LSYC, I realized this a week ago lang ha.
Mm-hmm.
Where we always do fundraisings and then
Mm-hmm.
in like one fundraising ata earlier this year, we we reached like 60,000 or 100,000, I don't remember. Where I
Wow.
was like, oh, all right, you did do that. And I was like, oh, shit, an org did that. An org that didn't have any
That's so
capital.
cool.
We did everything for like, nobody paid us because like, syempre org, alangan But yeah, if you think about it, like in a bigger picture, how could an org or like a professional team that doesn't have capital, that doesn't have any money to start with, earn 60 to 100,000? So like, that's a pretty big achievement for that org. So yeah, if you
That's so
guys want
cool.
to help with our fundraisers, join LSYC. We're in senior high and in college, and also debate league. Debate league is for senior high, right? And debate and for college it's called debate
Society.
society. Yeah, that thing.
Though Baka magtampo yung iba kong org nung senior
Ah,
high.
okay. Isang org lang ako. So, continue. Continue. Isa lang org ko eh.
Oo nga, loyal si Sky. Not like others.
Ayoko lang talaga
Joke lang.
mag-org nung, ayoko lang mag-org nung senior high talaga eh. Kasi, you know,
Lakas siguro ng
it
kapit ng
seems
LSYC.
tiring. Seems tiring. Yeah. Pero what are your other orgs? I think no, you say it. What are your other orgs?
My orgs were DLSU, SHS Commission on Student Elections.
Are you
And
reading
also,
this?
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No, I was gonna show you something.
Oh,
After,
okay,
I'm gonna show
okay.
you something.
Okay.
And then I'm also part of TEDx Youth at DLSU SHS
Yeah.
for 2020 and 2021. So what's ComSelect? It's the electoral body of DLSU SHS. So basically, we're in charge of the student elections, and there are 2 elections for the year, academic year. So that's first term, and then the third term. But yeah, you can visit their Facebook page, DLSUM SHS Commission on Student Elections. Highly recommend. I was the co-head for publicity. So fun.
So
And
guys,
then,
kung gusto nyong pumasok, i-chat nyo lang si Ixie. Like, like, wag nyo rin palata na gusto nyong pumasok sa org na yan. Like, hi Ixie, I listened to one of your podcasts. Ang cool, gano'n. Diba? Para meron kayong edge ano tawag dyan, sa audition. I mean, sa ano ata dyan?
I'm
Enlistment.
not part of the EB anymore. So
She has
walang cooking
connections.
points.
She has
Walang cookie
connections.
points.
There's always cookie points.
My God. But also, I'm part of TEDx Youth. Do you know TED Talks? I'm asking the audience.
Not me. Okay.
Not you. Sky erased from the conversation. Joke lang.
Okay, bye-bye.
No. But yeah, and then it's basically a TED Talk, but the X means that it's independently organized. So it's student led. So we only had an advisor who would check our files or like ask for updates, but the bulk of the work was done by the students and it's really targeted towards students. Last year we had Miss Mela Habijan, the first ever Miss Trans Global, and she's
Amazing
a
speakers.
Filipina.
Amazing
Diba?
speakers, yeah. And the website, guys, y'all did good on the website. That was a really good
Thank
website.
you. Nice one. Shout out to our co-head.
Oh, she forgot. Oh no.
I forgot what it's called.
Okay, okay.
Thinking
Technical
of all the
something.
other X's. Kasi, I was part of different X's, executive committees, and they have different
Responsibilities.
callings. Yeah.
Callings,
I mean, like, yeah, per position. But I didn't forget who it was. Hans Chua, Kirsten
okay.
Misa. Thank you so much for like leading all the tech stuff. I'm such a zoomer, and JC, I love you, but you're a zoomer also. So we didn't understand the website that much. Well, JC helped a lot. I was just, consulted.
Oh yeah, JC. I know this JC too. Hello, JC. Good job.
Yeah, JC, amazing project head.
Exia has said lots of good words about you. JC and I worked like once lang or twice, and it was like a very. No, we haven't worked at all. But yeah, she was part of LSYC too. So yeah, hello JC.
Oh yeah, speaking of LSYC, this is what I was gonna show you. I wasn't reading a while ago.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
It was, remember the recruitment for
Yeah.
grade 11
Yeah.
in term 1 of term 1, term 1. I was supposed to join LSYC.
Oh, you didn't? You
I
missed the
didn't.
orientation? You missed the orientation?
No.
Oh, why do you have a ticket? I don't. Did I
I
have a
backed
ticket?
out. I didn't join because the ticket was about like to claim the spot or the slot for the interview. I was like, okay, I'm gonna join. But then I was like, never mind. Because I was like, that was the time of like the first term elections, and I was like, I'm already in ComSelect, I'm already in debate, and I have to train every week for debate.
Yeah.
So I can't have an org anymore.
Wait,
But
I
yeah,
don't remember
LSYC
a
is so
ticket.
cool.
I don't remember a ticket. Why do you have a ticket?
I don't know. ah.
Wait, nah, maybe I threw it or it got lost. Anyway, yeah. Damn, you were gonna be an LSYC. But the orgs you have now, it'll be really hard for you to like manage all of them
Mhm.
wholeheartedly. Cause like I'm not throwing hands or anything, but like a lot of people that join orgs aren't really active. They just join it for like the ano. But
Yeah.
what I can say to you guys, you should really be active and try to be active
Mhm.
because it's really fun. It's not just fun, it's really fulfilling
Mhm.
in any org. Name any org exceed and every project they do. Any org does you, any project they do is very fulfilling. Red Cross Youth has done a lot of good stuff in OEC. I can't name any of them, but those are a lot of good stuff. Yeah, so
Mhm.
if you're in an org right now, try to be active. It's gonna be
That's
hard
true.
and it's gonna be a bit embarrassing, but it'll help your org mates and it'll really like open your eyes to a new world, not gonna lie.
Mhm. That's true. And speaking of the elections again, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not sorry. This is
Yeah,
like
don't be sorry.
we are at the defining moment of our youth because we're in the pandemic and we have the chance to act. And one of the ways that we can act is voting for the right people. Senator Kiko just announced his VP, his candidacy for vice president. Fun fact, I was an intern for his office in 2020, so October 2020. And one of the main things that he tells us is that basically the line is this is non-verbatim. It basically says that there is a world beyond the classroom, and the real teachers of students aren't necessarily within the classroom, but it's instead the world that we interact with and the people outside of the classrooms that we learn from. And I think that's so important with not only, you know, the basic things of being street smart, but really immersing yourself. Maybe it's an NDMO if you want, or if it's an org, like the ones within the school. But really try to branch out because I mean, being academically smart is so cool. Like the fact that you can process information. But there's a big world beyond the classroom, and we have to recognize that. And at this time during the pandemic, maybe it's one step to really contribute to society. And like LSYC, they get to get have funds and they don't keep it. Like they don't give
Yeah,
it to
no,
Sky.
no. We don't every donation doesn't go through us. It goes to a bank that's held by one Lasal, I think, or like basta
Yeah, one
it's
Lasal.
a yeah, basically that. So no money passes through us. That's
Yeah,
one of the good things. That's why I commend that's why I commend LSYC.
that's true. See? And that it's not simple. It's hard work. But for the sake of this line, it sounds simple and it's like a simple way to give back to the community and really help out to just get us out of this situation where we're stuck at home. And ComSelect, you ensure that there's a fair elections. And the school is a microcosm of society. And if we can ensure that we have fair elections at home or like at home,
At
elections at
home,
home.
I was like, oh, well, what?
I mean, elections in school, then hopefully we can ensure that outside. Yeah.
Balance is key, especially when you're in college. You should really find time to like work on your studies too, work on your orgs, work on preparing for the real life, and work on yourself. And
Tama.
how do you work with how do you help develop yourself is by relaxing.
The
You know,
serve.
a lot of people think na pag relax ka lang sa bahay or like when you're just playing games, it's not productive. It's not productive if you do it often and in a
Yeah.
very unhealthy manner. Like, oh, maglaro ka lang. Those eat, sleep, and play type shirts, those kinds of shirts.
Unless you're like a professional gamer, go
Yeah,
ahead.
if you earn from your sub simps and your donations, go ahead. Go ahead. You're earning money from entertainment. That's a really, I want I want to be a streamer because of that aspect only, because you only play and you earn money, and that seems like a very dream job or something. But I don't think I'm at that. No. Yeah, we should. Earning money is really a big aspect in my life, Nexi.
Yeah, we have different priorities. And honestly, like, money is so important. Like, we can't, it shouldn't be the center of your life, but to dismiss it and say money isn't something that's important, it's just not the truth for most people.
Yeah, well, money won't bring you happiness. Okay, that's true to some extent, but you have to consider other people as well.
Yeah. And I think the line, I read an article about that line, and I don't remember which one, but the gist is, happy money doesn't bring you happiness. It means excess money doesn't bring you happiness. Because like the utility or the amount of happiness that you get decreases as as your needs are fulfilled.
Yeah.
Because if you see somebody like who didn't have like proper housing or access to proper education because of financial problems, and then they finally accumulate money to fund those necessities, of course they will be happier. If you say that amount is 100,000, of course they will be happier. But if you have somebody who already has like 1 million pesos, 1 million pesos of like disposable income, and they have 100,000, it wouldn't be the same effect. So like, money does bring happiness, but to say that money is the only source of happiness
It's very
is,
selfish, very selfish.
yeah.
Like
And
imagine
even, yeah.
you have 1 million of liquid money in your bank. $1 million, by the way, not pesos, of liquid money. That's I don't think anybody has like anybody that's rich and smart. I'm gonna go with like economy or something, but the reason why I don't think a lot of people put $1 million or pesos or a whole lot of money in liquid cash in their banks is because of one, inflation, and taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the rich people. Oh, this is an interesting thing. Then I realized I don't know the total extent of the AOC.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
AOC.
yeah. She wore like a tax rich
Tax the
dress. Yeah, yeah,
rich.
yeah. I don't think it works to some extent. I don't know the whole idea of tax rich, pero kasi it's very shallow. Pero a big reason why rich people are rich is because they have a lot of ways to evade taxes,
Oh yeah.
legally evade taxes. They
Yeah,
they
yeah,
buy
yeah.
like jets to write off deduction it's called deductible taxes. I searched this up last night, even though I don't like accounting. In the Philippines, we have a lot of deductible taxes from bonuses, from
Mm-hmm.
13-month pays, from
Mm-hmm.
business expenses, stuff like that. But yeah, shallow in the most simple manner, taxing the rich won't really help like spread the money.
Mm-hmm.
Taxing the rich smartly would, though.
Yeah.
Like if at this point, I don't think na putting different tax policies for a certain person with a certain amount of income level is that unfair, because
Mm-mm.
it's equity, because
Yeah.
as you said, na money can't, like, if you have $1 million and every need in your life is already like fulfilled and you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
worry, why hold on to the money? you know
Yeah.
you don't need, personally, even though I want to be a billionaire like Bruno Mars said,
Stop.
if I anyway, if I go XQ, I just realized it's so cringe. Basically, pero if
Not
I
the Bruno Mars part.
ah
I like Bruno Mars. Just the billionaire part.
oh yeah, if I become a
Continue,
billionaire,
continue.
if I become a billionaire like Bruno Mars said in a song, uh, at a certain point, I would realistically not need a certain amount of money. So why
Mhm.
hold it? I think I'm moving on to topics really quick, but I watched a very interesting video about the CCP, the Communist Chinese Party, the China Communist Party. I don't know, basta the CCP.
Mhm.
They're like distributing the wealth of
Mhm.
of like of like the rich people. I think that's what they're doing. That's what the video I watched said. Because
Mhm.
they like they didn't Alibaba, they were gonna make a ano a they were gonna IPO company. It's called
Oh yeah,
Ant,
the ant group.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Ant
the ant
Group.
group.
But the CCP like blocked it or like didn't let it
Yeah.
happen or something. But yeah, basically it looks very communist right now. Pero
Mhm.
the video said na parang it's not really Maoist. Is that the term?
Yeah, Mao.
Mao. Pero
I forgot.
they're not, although their actions are like very communist if you look at it in face value. But
Mhm.
they're really distributing the wealth, and they're gonna make China a very very strong, a very very rich country soon. That's their goal, I think. That because no, cut that. I don't have credible information about that. I was gonna say Singapore because Singapore went to a communist party rin eh. And then now they're very
Yeah.
rich and developed. But anyway, so yeah.
But yeah, you know, that's very interesting. And also yung ant group, that's also very interesting. And if I remember correctly, it was just, because they were flexing their
Flexing.
powers. Yeah, like literally, because that was the time when the Alibaba founder, Jack Ma, he
Yeah.
said some things about the financial handling of the government, and like people connected to the government, and even um Xi Jinping. So that's
Yeah.
why it got blocked. But also, yeah, I
I'm
think
not
during Mao's time, it was very redistribute wealth type of thing.
well
And yeah,
basically guys, we're not saying that the Communist Party is a good way to run a country, or like the Alibaba group is like they shouldn't be taxed. But take everything as face value, and we're still neutral at this. We don't have that
yeah,
much research about this. But yeah, I think Alibaba's gonna be really Jack Ma rather would be really pissed off if the stock price of Alibaba Group went half. Because like
yeah.
from their all-time high, I guess 2019 or 2018, it went to like
Mm-hmm.
200 to 300. And right now it's like
Mm-hmm.
150,
Mm-hmm.
120. So like any sane person, that's any sane CEO, if their stock price went half, would be like pretty mad about how the government handled it. Because the reason why it went half, a big reason is because of the government not allowing them to do certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what will happen. That brings us to Evergrande too. This is becoming a no. Evergrande's gonna go into default. I don't know what will
What's that?
happen. You don't know Evergrande, so it's one of the largest what do you call this, housing company. It's like the development company. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Basta they have like $300 billion in debt,
Damn.
and they can't pay it off because of the pandemic. And then everyone's scared now the housing bubble will pop, just like 28, 2009, 08.
2008. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because in 08, 09, there was, I forgot the brother's name, but another Chinese developing company,
Mm-hmm.
development, basta they make condominiums or something, had
Mm-hmm.
$600 billion in debt. Although it's half of what Evergrande has now, it's still annoying because maybe the market will crash or something. I will lose all my money.
Hopefully not, because
Hopefully
I
not.
don't.
I guess so.
I still want to finish college and like
And
do something with my life.
the market crash won't help our pandemic situation at all.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of education, I just remembered because it's still very fresh in my memory. How was your moving up ceremony? Wow, from from from
Oh, junior
from
high.
elections to like
No,
to
I really don't
stocks
know
to
what to name this episode. What yeah? What do you mean?
mishmash.
Like no nung high school?
Junior
Yeah,
high. Moving up.
oh, it was normal. Because like my school
Really?
was a very small school. We had like 80 people lang in our high school and every 200 people from nursery to high school. And then we had one section lang every level. It was a really small ceremony then. We had 25 in our batch. So I'm proud to say I'm top 3 in our batch. It's part of the star section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 1 tama, 2.5. Almost the top 1%.
I'm part of the 90th percentile, bitch. Sorry. But yeah, it was
Bleep that.
normal. It was normal. Oh, okay. I have to bleep it. Okay. Uh, but anyway,
Joke lang.
yeah, it was normal. I took my medals. I was moving up. Yeah, why? How was
Flexing
yours?
flex.
How was yours?
Okay, so I came from a science high school and our uniform was just straight up blue. So
Red
some
or
of my
blue?
friends who yeah, straight up blue. Like it
Even the
was
polo?
blue. Yeah, the blouse was blue, the skirt was blue, and then we had
Hmm.
the belt like
Yeah.
on the blouse so it didn't do anything. And then we had the ribbon that's like dark blue. Like I love that school, but our uniform isn't it. By the way,
I
you
think
know,
Filipino uniforms aren't it.
yeah,
It
aren't
works. It
it
works
at
well because
all.
it's not hot. It's not hot because of our weather. That's good, but it's still not
Mhm.
aesthetically.
It
Okay.
isn't hot.
Anyway,
Like
it's not hot.
in both meanings, it's not warm
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
not it's not flattering.
It's not smexy.
It's not smexy. So, oh, by the way, fun fact also, Sarah Elago from Kabataan Portales is from my school, from my science high school.
I see. I see.
But yeah,
Hmm.
so ang ganda niya sa uniform namin. But all
Okay.
of us,
Okay.
ang sabog namin tignan.
Okay. Yeah.
Pero
Yeah.
siya, ang
Makes
ganda
sense.
niya.
Makes sense.
So, if you listen to our first episode, you would know that I was very irresponsible in junior high. Well, not to the extent na pabuhat ako sa groupmate. Actually, ako taga-present all the time.
Yeah.
But
Very leader. Very leader type.
leader type. But I would forget my other, uniform stuff. So my ribbon and my belt. I used to go to school without all of those. I just
Don't
had
you
my
get
ID.
reprimanded?
I'm friends with the
Ah,
yeah.
nepotism. I see.
No, 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 no.
Early
Like
nepotism. I mean, not
um,
nepotism. Early connections.
I mean they don't. I mean
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
it's not a. They
It's not a
don't
big deal.
bat an eye because a lot of people do it, naman. Well, not necessarily. I'm just me. I'm not shaming my school,
Other
but
schoolmates.
yeah. But then so moving up came. So it's a formal event. So we had to have a full uniform. So, by the way, I lost all my belts and all my ribbons. And at that point, I only had my belt and my uniform. So, when moving up was about to start, I saw one of my staff members because I was the AIC
I was like,
in junior high.
you had a staff member when you were in high school.
No, that's what we call them, like staffers.
No, yeah,
But
now
not
I realized
mine.
na you're a part of the publication published
Yeah.
that
I
the
jumped from
club.
one I jumped from one field to like another. I went from campus journalism to the debate, and I don't know what I'll do in college, but
Hey, it's not that
exploring every
different. It's
opportunity.
not that different.
I guess so. I was an editorial writer, so it's basically like you know a written debate. That's what I call
Oh,
it.
okay.
But yeah, going back, so I saw one of our staffers, and then I saw that they were finished na. Kasi in the morning, they had the recognition day. In the afternoon, we had the moving up ceremony. And then for the evening, we had the graduation. By the way,
Yeah.
it's a public science high school. So short on funds, we had to maximize the event location. Like what do you call that? The event center?
The
The
venue, the venue.
the venue. So you had to maximize the venue. But yeah, and then I said, "Can I borrow your ribbon?" Like her mom was there. Luckily, I think her mom knew me because I was the EIC, and like I'd go to the competitions with
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
And then so pumayag sila. And then I got to borrow it. I don't think I've ever returned it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I
Hey,
went
actually,
uh, yeah.
I borrowed my ano rin, my kasi ang JHS uniform namin and ang senior high uniform is different.
Mhm.
And then I was going to LaSalle for senior high. I was sure of that. So
Yeah.
I most of us borrowed senior high uniform from other senior high students.
Mhm.
So yeah, I borrowed mine from a senior and then luckily I returned mine.
Sorry. I can't find it anymore. I can't find the ribbons anymore. I'm so sorry.
Imagine the reason why that person doesn't have a ribbon one day in class because oh no, my Monday ribbon is gone because of Lexi. Lexi borrowed it and never brought it back.
Sorry. I bring back stuff now. I'm sorry. I was just very irresponsible in junior high school.
Or
Like I progressed.
if you look at it in a different way, it's a memory from a remembrance from that person. So everything good, I think. I think
But I lost it.
you lost it. The memory is still there, the essence.
The essence, the essence.
But yeah, junior high was really fuzzy for me. 4 years went by very quickly. I mean, senior high went by quickly too. My grade 12 year went by quickly. I guess everything went quickly. But one of the most memorable moments, memories I had in junior high was like, oh yeah, I joined a pageant. Huh, I didn't expect that, huh? But that's for another episode. That's one of the good memories you remember now. How about you? What are the good memories you have in junior high?
I think I have a lot and like a lot of, all-nighters that I'd
Yeah.
like to talk about
All
as
nighters,
well.
yeah.
Maybe we can talk about it in the next episode. Wow, fourth episode.
A
Let's
good
go.
teaser, a good teaser. Okay,
A
okay.
good teaser. Cliffhanger, cliffhanger. So, I guess that was our third episode. Wow.
It was
Personal
kind
record. Joke lang.
it was kind of out there. Like the topics were very I would say interesting, but not connected. So I guess that's nice
Yeah.
then.
I hope we don't get red tag because,
Oh, come at us.
just because we talk about politics doesn't mean we're, people that want to harm the country. I hope they don't think that way. Speaking out isn't terrorism. Please know your words. Don't just get words that you found on the internet and use it haphazardly. Thank
Copy
you so
paste them.
much.
Copy
Yeah.
paste them.
That's our um public announcement or like
don't
PSA for today.
don't red tag us. We're still going to college though.
Yeah, if you red tag people, you must be a butthurt. Like
You must be
but
butter.
big butthurt energy. Big butthurt energy. Ayun.
So you
So that was
titos
yeah.
and titas out there, don't come at us. Don't come at me, tito and tita. I don't know who of my relatives are like which of my relatives have like opposing views as me. No,
Yeah.
let's talk it out. Don't text
Talk
me
it
out of
out.
don't text me out of nowhere na, Sky, kamusta ka na? Nakita ko yung post mo, ba't ganito ganyan? Mag-usap tayo. Ang bata-bata mo, pas, ganun, ganun.
Yeah.
Don't text me. Let's talk it out like adults because I'm an adult right now.
Yeah, adults. Ang dapat
Yeah.
nating vinivilify ay mga
Yes.
nagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan.
Yes, sir.
Ang mga taong um you know, I can't say the I can't think of the other
We're thinking every word we're saying right now
they're
because
saying
maybe what we're thinking every
yeah.
word we're saying right now because maybe it will be something that will be of use to the opposition.
Yeah. Or like the pro admin. But also, yan. We shouldn't support the people that caused us to be at home for like 2 years. Or like people that got access to education. We have
Yeah.
to think better. We have to vote better. And we really have to take our stand because this is our future. Not Duterte's, not Marcos's. Sorry,
It's not
nag-name
it's
drop
not
na
it's
ako. Ran
not
talaga.
any it's not any current admin's glory
Future.
future. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's our future.
Yeah. They're like, how old? 50s? How old are we? 19, 18, 17. We're the ones who are going to live through, the climate crisis, this economic recession. And, if we have, I hope not, like medical crises in the future. So we
Yeah.
want to take our stand. And that
Yeah.
was Cats and Clouds podcast. Everything under the clouds talaga.
We're really trying to tell you to vote this next election season because it's our future. So yeah,
Tama.
we are Cats and Clouds, and you can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify at Cats and I forgot our tag. What's our tag?
Also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Oh
We're
yeah,
at
YouTube
Cats
too.
at catsandclouds.podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and on YouTube and Spotify, Cats ampersand Clouds.
Yeah,
So that's
I'll
Cats
put it.
and Clouds.
I'll put it in the description, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sky's got you.
I got you guys.
So yeah, got you. But yeah,
That's the third
um,
episode, and
being young isn't a barrier. It's a bridge for something better. This has been Cats and Clouds, Ixie and Sky. Um, woo!
bye
Take care of
bye.
yourself. Bye bye. Take care
Drink
of
water.
yourself,
Stay
or
hydrated.
else, what will you do, Sky?
Other influencer stuff saying, and yeah, bye bye.
Thank you so much for like for leaving, no, for listening. You can now like exit, go away now. Thank you. Joke lang. Take care of yourself.
Thank you so much for relieving with this episode. That sounds so
Bye-bye.
bad. I'm gonna put that in the episode. Bye bye.
The serve.